my name is Sam, and this is another drag race. Let's roll! We're back again with another drag race. We've got three interesting cars. The first one is the 2024 Kia EV9 GT line. Listen to that engine. That sounded pretty good, right? The next one is the 2024 Range Rover Velar P400. Now listen to that engine. And the last one is the 2024 Volvo XC90 T8 Recharge plug-in hybrid. Now listen to that engine. Let's be honest, they all three sound like vacuum cleaner, although one of them doesn't sound good at all. We put together three cars. One is electric, fully, one is a plug-in hybrid, and the other one is an actual mild hybrid gasoline car. And we're gonna put them up against each other to find out how these three compare. So, with that in mind, let's talk about the specs. The Kia EV9 GT line uses a front motor and rear motor. Front one makes 189 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Same thing with the rear motors. Combined, it's 379 brake horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. Uses a transmission direct drive, and of course it is all-wheel drive. It comes with a curb weight of 5,839 pounds. It's a heavy one because it's fully electric. The next one is the Range Rover Velar P400, which uses a 3-liter inline-6 turbocharged and supercharged with a mild hybrid, and this one makes 395 brake horsepower and 405 pound-feet of torque. It uses an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it is all-wheel drive with a curb weight of 4,450 pounds. And of course, the last one is the XC90 Recharge T8 plug-in hybrid. This uses a 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine, of course, with the AC motor that makes 143 horsepower and the engine that makes 312 brake horsepower. So in total, the combined output of horsepower is 455 brake horsepower and 523 pound-feet of torque. Of course, it uses a 14.9 kilowatts an hour lithium battery. And it has an 8-speed automatic direct drive. And this one has a curb weight of 5,194 pounds. Now, we did the usual test for fuel efficiency, and here's what we got for these three vehicles. The Velar got 11.9 liters per 100 kilometers. Now, that's not bad at all. Meanwhile, the Volvo, which didn't have the battery fully charged, in fact, the battery was completely drained based on the cluster, based on what the information is given to us in here, this one got 10.5 liters per 100 kilometers. Now, when it does have the hybrid working together, it gives you better fuel efficiency. But this case was just in petrol because it doesn't have a battery. But I was reading up that the fact that the T8 all-wheel drive system reserves battery just for the all-wheel drive system. So when you're drag racing, in this case, even the battery says is discharged, reserves 20% of the battery to use when it's needed, when you're in power mode. Just to keep that in mind, because the rear end, it's actually an electric motor. So there's no drive train or drive shaft in the middle. The EV9 got, on average, 24.8 kilowatts an hour per 100 kilometers. And currently, it's sitting at 72% battery. Now, if you understand electric vehicles, is that some performance vehicles require for you to have the battery over 70%. I read about the EV9 GT line. It actually needs to be over 50%. So we have good range to do this drag race. But we can't do too many drag races because the battery drains really fast and it's not really warm today. In terms of the tires, the Volvo and the Range Rover Velar are using winter tires. Meanwhile, the EV9 uses specific tires for electric vehicles but these are all season in comparison to the other two, so keep that in mind as well. It's still cold in Canada, so because we need it, it's required by law to have winter tires, but the EV9 doesn't have the winter tires, it has the all season. If you're new to the channel, here's what we do in terms of roll race and drag race. The roll race, we start behind the racing lights. That way it gives us enough distance to catch up to speed, and then at the racing lights where the two cones are, at the two cones we hammer. So we go pedal to the metal, then all the way to the quarter mile where the racing flag is, that's the end line. The drag race, we start where the actual racing light is, where the cones are located. That's the starting line. And then all the way to the quarter mile where the racing flag is. First race we're gonna do is the Volvo versus the Range Rover Velar, and then whichever wins against the EV9 GT line. For now, let's roll. I have mine in sport mode. Well, actually this has power mode because it's a Volvo, and I have it in full power. That means I have full energy. It doesn't have like sport mode or anything like that. It does have, there we go, auto, hold, don't charge the battery, so I have full power. I'm good to go. What mode are you in?
This one's in dynamic for the drag race for sure.
When I say 3, 2, 1, go, on go, we go. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. This Volvo is no slouch. That's
This goes.
Come on, Volvo. Wow. Yeah, I know. 3-row SUV, I know.
Volvo's catching up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Range Rover had the upper edge.
I'm telling you, this thing is quick. Wow. This thing is quick. Impressive. Very impressive.
Something, Sam.
I have only 4 cylinders and an electric battery, but I am fast. This thing is fast. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, a little bit closer. Ah, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Let's go, it's neck to neck. Come on. Come on, yes. Yeah, man.
Oh, you were right. You were right. Okay, well. Now that makes sense. Okay, that's a good way to look at it. It's like, okay, the transmission was not in the right gear, and then when you got to the right gear, now you won essentially at a higher speed.
It was marginal, but like, yeah, I think, you know, the Volvo's got it in it to actually compete with like a proper, you know, gasoline vehicle.
You were at the right gear. That's the, you see, like, this is the thing with these cars, like especially ZF transmissions. If they're not in the right gear and if they're not performance, they just don't drop the gears fast enough. Anyhow, we're gonna do the drag race next. Okay, this thing, you need to hold the brake very hard down.
Let's go. Come on.
Volvo is super fast.
Yeah, this thing, it's really quick. Come on. Yeah, there's no hope. Okay, I might have jumped, but let's see if I'm gonna do another one. Let's do another one because I might have jumped a bit, but let's just do another one.
Let's go. But I don't think this one stands a chance in a standing one.
Let's go, let's go!
Yeah, it's pretty much the same result.
No way. No way. The XC90 is smoking the Range Rover here.
It's the same result. You're not gonna get any better. Wow. Said this thing is fast. Like, we could be here all day long. The Volvo hooks so much better. Anyhow, I think it stands a chance against the EV9. That's going to be interesting. Just want to say thank you for helping out today with Velar, man. Appreciate it. Okay, the next one will be the EV9 versus the Volvo XC90 because the Volvo won both drag races. And let's see how this is going to go. Let's see. I have it in power mode. Yeah, we know now that it's got power for sure.
Ready, sport mode activated here.
Okay, when I say 3, 2, 1, go, on go, we roll. 3, 2, 1, go. See, he's got a good takeoff, but then I'm sticking right behind him, hybrid, and I got him, and I got him. Oh, that was close. No, I didn't. I don't think I did. It's very hard. It's hard to tell. Wow, this Volvo is fast. It's also very, very heavy, this thing feels like. Wow. Like, the EV9, I expected for you to walk. It's so weird, right? I was catching up towards the end. At a higher speed, it's going to be even more interesting. That means I'll be able to maybe win. What's your battery right now that we did the first roll race? Because when you left, it was at 70%. I saw the cluster. What is it right now?
70%.
Still 70%?
Still 70%.
That's impressive. Okay, let's go to higher speed now. Just stay beside me. 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go, Kia. No. Let's go. Yeah.
right beside him, and then I'm edging up. Yeah, goodbye. Wow, impressive. Impressive. Good job, Volvo. Okay, that was something. I'm very impressed with this car. I gotta say, like, this thing just really flies through. Wow, what's the percentage now for the battery?
We dropped to 69 now.
That's actually not bad. I mean, taking consideration the fact that it's 4 degrees Celsius today, very close to being very, very cold. With the wind chill, it's probably like -1. I expected us to drop the range even more, the Kia, but anyhow, just line up yourself over here. We're gonna do the drag race first. Yeah, let's do it one more time. Come on, yeah, it's even that. No.
Bye.
I'm spinning, but you see, I'm a little bit closer this time, and I'm catching him towards the end, because that's it. If it was over a quarter mile, I would be winning by a lot, but there's no hope.
No!
Okay, he's closer this time. Oh my God, this Kia is really fast.
Yep. He beat me again.
Essentially the same results, right? I don't think it felt any different. It looked like about the same distance.
I feel like the same. This car pulls much more than this one on the tracks.
But you have to admit that that car has an amazing technology. 4-cylinder in the front, electric in the back, plug-in hybrid, still get green plates, and you don't have to stress out about charging. It only gives you about 53 kilometers, 32 miles or so. But at least you have that option for the petrol. This car went down to 64%, which I have to say, it's actually pretty good for a day like this, where it's a bit cold and doing drag races. I'm actually super impressed with the battery in terms of the way it drops. Like, it's not, like, I've had EVs here and they tend to drop a lot harder. We're just gonna stop here for a second at the camera. But in comparison to other EVs, this thing holds the battery after we did like 5, 6, 7, 8 runs almost, actually, and all the way driving here. I'm super impressed. I like the Volvo for the fact that it gives you that peace of mind of having a petrol engine. But this Kia EV9, I think it's one of the best EVs I've driven this year. And I love driving, and you said yourself, like, the quality of the interior of this thing feels like no other vehicle, in my opinion. No other Kia vehicle. The quality of inside, the seats, the steering wheel, everything. They have done a really top job.
They definitely did an amazing job. And as you mentioned, like, the Volvo definitely has this advantage. Like, you can use it. You're not going to be concerned about charging. You can fill it up if you need. It's also a good option.
I'm very impressed, I have to say. I gotta give Kia for this one 10 out of 10. This thing is really nice. There's nothing I dislike about this car. In fact, I have been chased down by people. Last night a guy followed me just to see it. No, like seriously, I went to charge it, and some dude went with a Range Rover. He was like looking at this and followed me all the way home. And I know he was just checking it out. I kind of got worried for a second, but I could see why people want to see this. It's rare and it's cool. It has that wow effect on the outside, right? Anyways, Marcel, I just want to say thank you so much for helping out. And Sid, if you're listening, appreciate you joining us today, man. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and check out my other videos on my channel.